I, 31F, have 3 siblings. I have an older brother who's 32 and 2 younger sisters who are 27 and 26. When we were kids, our mom died from cancer. 18 months later, our dad met and married his second wife, who had also lost her husband and had 3 children with him. They knew each other for less than 2 months when they decided we were all going to be one big blended family. Then it took less than a year for the word adoption to come up. They wanted to adopt each other's kids. 3 of us were not okay with this. Me and my brother, and then wife number 2's oldest son. We were the 3 who remembered our late parents really well and didn't want to have a new mom or dad. This did not matter to the adults. My dad told me and my brother that our younger sisters were on board and our younger 2 step-siblings were on board and majority rules. I was 10 years old at the time, and it had been 3 years since my mom had died. The house became a battlefield after this decision because they could not get us older 3 on board, and when they went through the process to adopt each other's kids, they were denied the ability to adopt the 3 of us who didn't want it. So the younger 4 kids were adopted by their step-parent. The older 3 were not. The anger could be felt by all the kids, and the younger ones blamed us and didn't understand why we weren't on board. Wife number 2 and I argued a lot in my teens. She tried to reach out to me as a mother, and I rejected her as a mother. I could be civil and respectful if she was just an adult, but I told her I didn't want another mother, and she didn't like that. She would also tell me how much it hurt that me and my brother didn't want to be her kids. She'd say she loved us, and all she wanted was to call all 7 of us her kids. She said she could not understand the need for us to hold on to the dead, and she said it's not like we didn't still see our late parents' families, so we should grow the fuck up and let them be happy. I told her she should grow the fuck up and accept she can't force people to be her kids. There were several attempts to push the adoption through without us wanting it, and legally it was rejected every time. We were even dragged to a church therapist who tried to talk us into submission about the topic. The relationships were all very strained. My relationship with my brother is the only strong one today, and we're both no contact with our dad and wife number 2. To the best of my knowledge, wife number 2's oldest son has no contact with anyone, including his siblings. My brother and I still have a relationship, albeit a strained one, with our sisters. They were invited to our weddings and have met our kids. But they don't approve of the no contact, and they are on a lower contact now because they have said our kids should know dad and wife number 2. I disagree and have said it would not be healthy, but my sisters don't overly care. There was a show on TLC a few years ago called The Blended Bunch. I never watched it but saw some clips and it hit close to home. One of my sisters saw it and sent me TikTok clips that centered around some of the kids not wanting to be adopted and one of the relatives of the family being the voice of reason. Only my sister kept saying I was a shithead like the relative who said they wouldn't want it either and it was wrong to force on the kids. I told her after several comments that if the clips didn't help her see why I went no contact and how awful it is to see crying kids and to still try and push them, then there's no hope for her at all. I told her she didn't live through the experience in the same way our brother and I did. Her reply back was that I was ungrateful and should see those kids being brats and trying to ruin a good thing just like we did. She also told me to say there's no hope for her, shows how repulsive I am as a person. After all this, I'm pretty sure no contact will need to extend to both sisters, because both act the same, only one has TikTok for this interaction. But I could still be an AH in this, so I'm asking if I am or not.